next photograph shows number 1 Daimler, known popularly as the Yellow Peril because of its mustardy yellow colour. This is the 35 horsepower vehicle, first of the Daimlers, purchased in 1926. The car is taken out, or the photograph is taken outside the building where all the patrol cars were parked. This is a building on the eastern side of the Russell Street complex and was removed in about 1970 to make room for the CIB building. Now, on top of the garages were the motor police officers, the wireless patrol office and the wireless operator's office. You notice, I'll go through the equipment of the car. You can see the wireless aerial strung around the roof, the illuminated police sign which is lit up at night time if required. Left hand side is a large searchlight, spotlight used by the senior constable in charge. You'll see 2 driving lights on the front of the vehicle. Each is adjusted so that it faces or shines on to the opposite footpath. Like if you're driving along the, say, Chapel Street at night time, this light would shine right along the footpath. You'll notice also that there are no warning instruments, no bells, nothing at all. The only way they could warn approaching motorists or other people was a cut-off which was fitted to the exhaust system. So the driver would push a button on the floor and it would open up the exhaust system just before the muffler and let out a great screeching noise. The vehicle was purchased in chassis and engine form, and the body built locally. You'll see it's typical Daimler because of the fluted radiator top. You'll notice only one windscreen wiper. This car was in service from 1926 until 1937 as a patrol car. And in 1937 it was destroyed on the orders of the Chief Commissioner so that it wouldn't get in the hands of the criminal element of Melbourne. And so the chassis, the body was taken off and wrecked. The chassis was sectionised and portions of that given to the Working Men's College, which later became the RMIT, and the engines were given to the college also, and they were sectionised as used for instructional purposes for their students, and sometime in the 1960s were destroyed. Well, this photograph shows one of the Daimler 66s fitted with a V12 engine. This was Daimler number 2. They went to number 2 because the first Daimlers went up to number 12 and they didn't want to name this number 13, so they named it number 2 because number 1 was still, the Yellow Peril was still in service. This car was purchased in 1933, engine and chassis form again, and the body built locally. The vehicle in chassis and engine form cost about £1,300 when you could buy a Ford sedan for £120, so it's a very expensive motor car, very popular with royalty. As I say, it was fitted with a 12-cylinder engine and had a 4-speed gearbox, a pre-selector gearbox. You'll see on the equipment here, there's some minor car damage, that's the reason for the photograph, but you'll see the wireless aerial strung out over the roof, a illuminated police sign, a spotlight, and another spotlight for the senior constable. Down the front you'll see the electrically operated warning bell. Now also of some note too is the registration disc, which is 8th month, August. Every state government vehicle is registered in August, or the expiry date for every Victorian government car is August. That's why you'll find most of the photographs will have a date in it. This would have been taken in the Russell Street yard. I believe the building at the back is the wireless office.